Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. Hello, I'm Boom Gonzalez, and in tonight's game plan, we'll find out how NU does it as they tallied their 7th straight championship in men's badminton.
And we'll relive the clutch game of the Adamson Falcons against the UC Growling Tigers in the UAAP Season 85 Men's Basketball Tournament. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game.
The UAAP has seen dominance, but nothing quite like the men's badminton team of National U. And joining us to talk about their journey of staying on top for 7 straight championships is Solomon Padis Jr., Lance Zafra, Julius Villabrille, and Coach Jaime Llanes. Jaime, not Jamie. Jaime.
Jaime, just to make sure.
Klaruhin
tama
natin.
yan. Alright, Coach Jaime, kasi syempre naman, this is a 7th straight year. There was a pandemic in the middle.
Yeah.
Tapos, you came in actually with having to continue yung legacy ng NU because of the 7, 5 sa'yo. What's the secret there? Yung consistency doon. Kasi grabe talaga eh. Especially with the pandemic in the middle, how could you keep this program going strong despite all of the challenges?
Yung nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic actually, nagtitraining pa rin kami pero online. So, through online na 1 year kaming ganun. So, yung nagkaroon kami ng chance na magkaroon ng face-to-face and the school allowed us to train. Yun, ginab namin yung opportunity na yun to train face-to-face.
Right, and it's resulted in championships again. Julius, marami nagsasabi, parang nag-dominate ang NU. Madali ba? Ano ba yung naging challenges na akala na hindi alam ng tao during the season?
Para sa amin, yung sacrifice namin na sabay po yung studies and training. Yun po yung pinagkaano po namin, sacrifice talaga na kailangan namin tong i-focus. Then, yun, nagkabunga naman po eh.
Dami nakakalimot nun, Pao, na kailangan mong balansehin yun habang season. Ano?
Oo, absolutely. And syempre, with NU winning the title, of course, there's a shared MVP trophy shared between si Solomon Padis Jr. and Lance Zafra.
Yan!
Kasi in badminton, if I'm not mistaken, yan usual, diba? Shared MVP sa UAAP. So, syempre, I wanna go to Lance muna because Lance, being part of this group and of course being part of a team that would dominate, dagdag pressure ba knowing na galing pandemya, mahaba yung break, you don't know what to expect from anyone, pero syempre pagpasok nyo dito, you're still winning in a way that coach is happy with. Happy siya, I'm sure 100% na nanalo kayo.
Yes po, since it's my first playing year po as a AP player, napaghandaan ko rin to ng mabuti. Since before po, nag-international tournament po ako.
Solomon, nag-SEA Games ka rin, ano?
Yes po.
Nakapag-SEA Games ka. Okay, anong naidadala mo yan dyan sa mga katulad nila Lance na parang in a way, I'm sure, Coach, inaalalayan mo yung mga bago tapos nag-co-MVP pa kayo. Ano yung mga naituturo mo sa kanila?
Sinishare ko po yung mga experience po na naranasan ko po sa SEA Games.
Katulad ng?
nga po ng crowd, ano po talaga, yung crowd po ng katulad ng Vietnam. Sobrang lakas po ng crowd. Partner ko po si July.
Okay.
Ayun nga po, na-beat po namin ng Vietnam. And then, yung pressure po, nandun din po talaga yung pressure. Kasi hindi lang po school yung binibit-bit po namin, kundi yung bansa na po yung binibit-bit namin.
So, parang sinasabi mo kung kaya niyong labanan yung mga ganun, na yung crowd ng kalaban ng ibang bansa, etong UAP, kaya-kaya nyo i-handle, ganun ba yon? Parang ganun ba? Pwede ka magyabang, okay lang.
Okay lang. I mean, dominating championship victory. Pero Coach Jaime, I was reading some of the interviews after yung tournament at sabi mo, happy ka na sa camaraderie. Can you explain to us, ano yung naging proseso nun? Because to be happy with it, you have to have had a point na, okay, kailangan may improvement ata to. So what was the big change para sa'yo?
Kasi yung last na season 82 nag-champion nga kami, karamihan ng players ko doon kasi dati hindi siya naglaro ngayon. So hindi talaga sila, parang hindi sila kasama sa group na to. Tapos yung nag-training sila this group, they train in Indonesia for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So, yung kasama ko, kasi last time hindi ako kasama, nag-training sila sa Indonesia. So, yung kasama ko, sinigurado ko talaga na yung bonding nila with the team is stronger than before. So, yung girls and boys na talagang magkakasama kami pag kumakain, nag-training, lumalabas. Yun, I think yun yung point na naging malakas yung ano nila doon.
July, sinong pinaka nagpahirap sa inyo dito sa run nyo? Itong sa 7th championship. Maliban kay Coach, ha?
Oo.
Maliban kay Coach. Sinong nagpahirap sa inyo dito? Bigyan din natin ng credit.
Actually, lahat po ng school na talagang marurunong talaga.
Okay.
Kumbaga, walang mahina. Kumbaga, lahat naka-prepared sila sa training, kung ano man yung kailangan sa UAP. Yun talagang...
Yung Ateneo na nakalaban nyo sa finals, tama ba? Nakalaban nyo na rin bago yung finals, di ba? At kayo nagbigay ng unang talo sa kanila. Pero hindi nila ginamit yung mga players nila, ano? Nag-iba ba yung... Ano ba yung approach nyo knowing na hindi yun yung players na ginamit tapos ginamit nila yung main players ng finals?
Para sa amin, talagang binigay pa rin namin yung best namin para makita nila na di kami basta-basta na kumbaga magma-mindset sila na kayang-kaya nila.
Kahit sino kalaban, kahit sino yung composition ng team. Okay.
Lance, can you tell us about yung expectations representing NU? Kasi syempre, a lot of investment, training sa Indonesia, international exposure, at you go into yung tournament as a favorite sa UAAP. Anong klaseng pressure na naramdaman nyo and how do you deal with it?
Di naman po na pressure kasi kung isipin nyo po, yung pressure, talagang madadala nyo po siya hanggang laro. Since si Coach Jaime po, ang coaching style po, parang wala po siyang pressure kapag nasa laro. So, ang masasabi ko po, malaki po yung tiwala po sa amin.
Wala ka daw pressure? You're not applying any pressure sa mga players mo habang naglalaro. Agree ka ba doon?
ang sinasabi ko nga yung may nag-interview sa akin, I don't like pressuring my players when they play. Ang sinasabi ko lang na you play at the highest level. Ang yun lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila. Kasi kontento na ako, even you win or lose, it doesn't matter as long as you play in the highest level.
What's next for NU Badminton, Solomon?
Siyempre po, we're going for 8 feet po na yan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Same composition? Same players?
Meron dadagdag na.
May dadagdag pa. Okay, for you, is there anything special outside of the 8, going for 8 championship rather?
Ang goal po kasi namin, for me po kasi, ang goal po talaga namin is to improve po more on sa skills, sa performance. Yun po yung goal namin is to learn more about sa UAP and sa games po namin. Yun nga po, kung mag-i-improve po kami, mataas na rin po yung possibility na manalo din po kami.
Maybe another MVP pa.
Maybe another MVP. Maybe.
Baka.
Very humble.
Yes,
Oo,
yes.
just to be plain
Well-trained, well-coached.
Gentlemen, maraming salamat. Congratulations on the title. We can't wait to see what the 8 feet will bring, hopefully, and of course, what you can do representing the Philippines as well. Maraming salamat. After the break, we'll find out about the FPU Tamaraws and the USD Growling Tigers' hidden talents off the UAP basketball court. Ano kaya yun? Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. UAAP Season 85 men's basketball action finally resumes tomorrow at the Big Dome. Yes! Let's find out about some courtside stories from the correspondents, Jana Ejido and Kyla Castillo, reporting for Adamson and FU. Ladies, welcome to the game. Kyla, welcome to the
back.
studio.
Welcome to the studio. You made it.
Finally here.
Finally.
Oh, and you know, I'm excited to have you over because we had you over Zoom last time. So I hope you don't mind. We start off with you. FU in general have a very interesting player, a lot of interesting players. But I was very interested to know that there's a multi-sport athlete amongst them, and that is Brian Sajonia. Tell us a bit more about him.
Well, you know, prior to being a basketball player that he is right now, volleyball player siya. Back in 2012, actually, he played for Palarong Pambansa. He was an opposite spiker. So, kaya mataas tumalon.
Yeah, you can see that 100%. Oh, and represented Western Visayas as well in Palarong Pambansa. So really played at a high level, boom. And,
Yeah.
I think you can see it.
We'll get along very well
Oo.
if he plays volleyball too. Jana, you're coming off a big win, an emotional win. Alam ko, matagal ng pakiramdam natin. Ano?
Yeah.
Because we've been on a break, obviously.
Yes.
So let's talk about that last win. Tell me about that and how emotional was it, knowing that you were down 2 big players too.
We were down big time. 2 players, 19
points
points
at
at
one
the
point,
half.
right.
So when Cedric Manzano did that N1 play and succeeded, it was just pure all-out emotions. At the dying seconds of the 4th quarter, the guys were crying at the dugout. And when we talk about emotions, I asked which part, and they told me it's because they did it for Jerome, they did it for Vince, and the fact that they sacrificed so much, coming in with so much doubts and how they were told to step up. The emotions at the dugout were really high, and it was my first time seeing them very emotional.
Really?
Because whenever they win, the celebrations are just kept to a minimum because the guys always tell me that their mentality is just the next game mentality.
Right.
So it really caught my attention that they were teary-eyed and that they could be so vulnerable at the same time.
You know, I know you watch a lot of sports. Pero nagulat ka ba seeing that in person for the first time?
Yes, like getting in touch with the guys also and asking them how that win felt. It was my first time seeing it in person and getting to know them and knowing them for already since the entirety of round 1 and even before that, seeing them at their most vulnerable state and how much that win meant to them
And
also
plus
meant a lot. to
And
me.
they wanted to get that win back.
They
Kasi nga,
had
di ba
to,
natalo
yes.
sila sa UST
Yeah.
in the first round. So that's why also.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. FEU. Let's talk about guys who are nursing body pains, injuries, stitches, and all of these things. LJ Gonzalez, naririnig mo ko. I always talk about the multitude of things that nicks and dings that he's going through. What's the update on LJ?
So, ganun pa rin si Bossman. Still, pag tinatanong ko siya, ever since, LJ, kumusta ka? It's always, okay naman po. I'm okay. Even when riding his scooter, talagang di siya, iika-ika siya maglakad. Okay naman ako. Kaya, all good. But, yeah, on a serious note, he's still nursing that strain on his right foot and still 50-50. Pero, ayun, napapagalitan siya madalas. Why, you ask? Because hindi mapigil yung kakulitan, lakad ng lakad. Every time may training, talagang ina-involve niya yung sarili niya. Kasi team captain, sinabi niya sa akin, gusto niyang iparamdam sa team na kahit injured siya, andun siya, buo yung presensya niya. And if that's the way na he can help, despite his injury, he'll most gladly do it.
Buti pinapayagan pa siya
Nga
mag-scooter.
eh. I was going to say.
May scooter pa siya. Naku, delix.
Pero do you have any specifics ang ginagawa niya sa training? Just to get the coaching staff. Ano ginagawa mo?
Talagang lakad siya ng lakad kasi
Oo.
dapat advice siya na nakaupo lang.
Alright.
Kasi nga, ika siya, hindi niya maitapak.
Okay.
Pero siya, tuwing may huddle, tuwing may sabihin, talagang, ganyan siya. Talagang nagpa-participate talaga siya kasi, ayun, he really values his teammate and he believes na as team captain, it's his duty to,
Wants
really
to
be
feel
there.
included, of course, wants to be part of it and still contribute. Of course, that's always going to be a big thing. Kanina, Jana, you mentioned si Cedric Manzano.
Baby boy.
Oo, in tears.
Baby
Pero
boy.
boom, balita ko, he cries over something else.
In tears because of what?
Oo, and I want to know a bit more about that kasi basically I'm using you for confirmation. So please, tell us what he cries about, apart from wins.
Got it. Cedric pretty much cries about over rom-coms.
Okay, alright,
He
rom-coms.
loves, I think there are 3 in the team actually that are big rom-com fans. That's him, that's Joaquin Hemelin, and Joam Sabandal. And I'll tell you what, they're big Kathniel fans. Like, I tell you, they just gather around the TV and just gush. They just gush over every scene that both artists are on. And whenever I talk to them about it, it's just heart eyes. And I couldn't imagine because Cedric Manzano was just flexing at the
I am not
Araneta.
looking at him the same
So,
way.
updated ka sa showbiz dahil sa kanila.
Got it. Like, they even tell me about what's going viral. And I'm just like sitting there listening to them. What? Talaga? Really? Sige, kwento mo pa sa akin. So they tell me about the plot. They tell me about the updates. But you know what? Even if he's a big man on the court, he's truly a baby boy at heart.
Boy. Okay, we have time for one more thought here. Kyla, big game tomorrow. Please let us know
Yeah.
how ready FEU are. Their streak was broken. Are they ready to bounce back?
Well, they are more than ready. Alam mo, Boom and Pau, fate is what kept us going. You know, for that four-game winning streak. Tapos naputol, unfortunately. But I believe fate is what kept us going, and it's the very thing that will keep us going to, you know, keep fighting for that Final Four dream.
Especially because
Oo.
they're going up against the number one
UP.
team
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Biggest test, and of
luck.
course, Adamson going up against.
LaSalle.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'm following you
first
for
game.
the meantime.
You
Oo.
open up our UAP comeback.
Got you
channel.
guys.
So,
All right,
looking forward.
ladies, thank you very much for being here, sharing
Thank you.
stories,
Thank you,
and we
guys.
can't
Thank
wait
you
to see
so
you on the
much.
court tomorrow.
Next time, more chismis pa. Next time,
100%.
dig up some more. Catch the UAP action live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, the Varsity Channel, Signal Play, and Smart Giga Play. Now, after the break, we'll go inside the game of Gilas, Pilipinas, and Saudi Arabia in the recent window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian qualifiers. Stay tuned. You're watching the game.
The victory against Jordan gave Gilas Pilipinas their first back-to-back wins of the entire FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Asian qualifiers. And the squad was eager to use the momentum to take another step forward. From the start, Coach Chotrias knew that Saudi Arabia would offer a bigger challenge this time. They have a newly installed head coach who altered their gameplay to maximize the athleticism of the squad. So Gilas knew it would not be as easy as their first game.
Okay, this is how we think they're going to start. Okay, that's how we're going to match up. Again, you never know. If they throw something in there, we have to be ready, but we have the tools and we have the guys to be able to match up any kind of lineup they throw. You want to go big, we're fine. They want to go small, we're fine. Okay? The important thing is you communicate and you talk to each other. And the most important thing is to understand our rules. Most important, okay, again, the priority for this game is to get back on transition. And the best transition defense is what? What is the best? Good shots. In the board, better. We have to be better from our last game. As good as we played against Jordan, our objective today is to be even better. Okay? Better effort, better execution, better everything. Okay? Here we go. Now, Pilipinas!
In Jordan, only a few Filipinos were allowed in the venue. In Saudi Arabia, the host federation opened up a lot more. The Filipinos took full advantage as they made Gilas feel that their last match on the road would be like another home game.
And a chance here to finally see Gilas Pilipinas. Kai Soto gets the tip. If it was really an offensive struggle or kung napagod lang siya with his defense and almost a turnover here. So let's see if there's going to be an improvement from him in particular. Straight away.
The game started out well for Gilas, but perhaps their eagerness to put on a show for the Filipino fans there led to too many mistakes.
Favor of Gilas Pilipinas. RR Pogoy backing down. Pull up jumper.
Tremendous defense, guys. It's a few breakdown, but by and large, their only baskets are the counter fast break after we miss a fast break. Yun lang, bro. Sa set naman natin, pag nag-miss tayo o pa-set, di naman nila tayo natatakbuhan eh. Yung problema, pag yung fast break tayo, and then fast break nila. Yun lang yun. So we're third because we're a little bit too much in a hurry, too rushed in our fast break. Be prepared for a big fight back. Come on. Here we go, come on.
Lalong-lalo na ang switching defense na pinapakita.
Kai Soto gets the bucket and foul.
In the second half, Gilas finally got to an offensive groove, and while Saudi Arabia battled throughout the game, the Philippines got a comfortable win. As the team celebrated, they knew that this is a statement that they needed to leave the past behind. All the struggles, all the negativity was in the past now.
First of all, it's a feeling of satisfaction, of course, because obviously we're seeing definite strides being made in the right direction, growth. Like I always say, more than anything, it's just the development of the team spirit, which is very, very important. Ganun naman yun, di ba? If you have the players, if you're able to practice a little bit, and you have developed the team culture, then the winning will follow. But at the same time, we still have a long way to go.
The team flew back to Manila and will go their separate ways for now, but the seeds that they planted have started to take root, and everyone's looking forward to seeing Gilas again for the final window next February.
That was Carlo Pomintuan with that report. Now let's shift to the latest updates from the ongoing 29th edition of the Nomura Cup held at the Manila Southwoods Golf and Country Club. After coming in third yesterday, seven-time winner Japan played well in windy conditions to top today's leaderboard with a 3-stroke lead over second-place Korea. Meanwhile, Team Philippines currently sits at 9th place, trailing the top spot by 18 strokes. Christopher Arevalo, Ili Becerra, and Kobe Rolida will look to bounce back in round 3 of the 72-hole tournament.
That's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Paulo De Rosario, and this has been The Game.